Renee? Thanks, Vanguard. I figured that out. Here we go.
Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. It frightens me so much. You were right. I know I was wrong. I realize I'm so ashamed. If you only knew how much. But now I'll behave well. Sure, now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee.
Not fulfilled.
This letter. It was Renee's letter. Just like when it was written. But it was never sent. Why? Why did a thing like that happen? I've received your letter, Mum. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only have fear and pain. And you no longer write to me. If only these lines could be my soul and tell you what's happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way, and they tell me what I must do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee.
They hadn't said any of them.
Montefoscoli, 7th July, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You haven't even dropped me a line for months. Unfortunately, I can't afford to come and visit you. I've no money for the fare. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be coming to Volterra on business. I've asked him if would be kind enough to ask the director to have news about you. I hope when he comes back, he'll be able to give me good news. But write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to excuse me. I didn't realize. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, daughter. Things will be fine. You'll see. Mum. Montefoscoli, 12th October, 1940. Dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. I await a letter anxiously every day. Mr. Onofrio has come back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he didn't manage to speak to the director, but he did see you. I pray for you every day. Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. That was lovely, wasn't it? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm going to bring you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. At the moment I'm not well and can't work, but I'll soon get better. You'll see as soon as I'm up to making the journey, I'll come and get you. I know you're suffering a lot, but bear up, I beg you.
Oh no.
Mum will come to pick us up, won't she? Mum is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. She also sent us the doll. I could have played with it and talked to it, waiting for her to come. But Renee never brought it with her. Perhaps she has been kidnapped like all the others and will be locked up here somewhere.
Do you guys think her mom passed away before she could get her out?
Let's look for the second doll. It'll be among bundles of the patient's things. Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window.
That's pretty specific.
May the Lord guide your path and keep you away from sin, Mum.
Some shoes.
See, Mum was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her.
Oh no, where did I leave Charlotte? Is that what she just said? Oh,
Let's
right.
look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. She will always remain where we abandoned her, beneath the hot lights.
Thanks for reminding me, game. Oh good, she is still there. I didn't abandon her, I just left her temporarily unsupervised, Val. Oh no. This game is gonna give me a panic attack.
I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Charlotte's gone away. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders, even though we're bad. Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything. Charlotte gone
Yeah, you guys are
away.
right, this game is super freaky.
Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad.
I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Oh god, is she dead? It's I think it's labeled a psychological horror game on Steam. What is that? Oh my god, did they just put a bit in her mouth? They're gonna electroshock her, aren't they? I can't turn my head to the side. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like that she moves when she's in dream sequences. I always end up in different places, and sometimes the door's locked, and I hear footsteps. It's freaking me out. Oh gosh, and the ringing.
September 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all the other filth. Crazed, she hears voices. They order her about. She says she heard children singing. They were imprisoned in a school. 20th January 1939. Mutistic, groggy, pays no attention to anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. 1st June. Apathetic, eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Doesn't respond. Passes her time in the park. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. 14 October.
I'm laughing at chat.
Impulsive once again. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabaione, but the moment she was given them, she threw them away. Excited, uproarious, slightly confused, she strips off. 8th December. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words, laughs hysterically, masturbates. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They report that when they took her away, she swore at them and then hit out at them and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries.
Well, you literally
Since
killed her
then,
girlfriend.
they've kept her tied to the bed. Transferred to the semi-agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories terrify me. They're not real, are they?
Oh no! She wasn't real? Oh gosh. Memory's what you are. Oh gosh, what do I say? What reality are we referring to? Okay, they're just a figment of her imagination.
15th December. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. A fickle and flighty character, she abandons her household duties at intervals and dabbles in occasional prostitution. Delinquency? Maybe I answered someone back rudely. Yeah, at times they get on my nerves, but delinquency? And the prostitution? No, why? Why say a thing like that? The old doctor tried to understand, but this one just brands you without even understanding, or even trying to understand. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and vociferous, treated with Cardizol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. The therapies remove the light for a short while, but also all will, desire, and hope.
Important thing was to keep us quiet. To a certain extent, they were trying to make you feel better. You were lost souls. The therapy was terrible and painful, but they were treatments, the only ones that existed. I don't like the first 2. I mean, they really didn't know what they were doing back then, I guess. Let's go T.
It was torture, but you couldn't refuse it. No one explained anything to us. No one tried to make us understand. We were like animals on a stock farm.
They also had their nightmares within these walls. They didn't know what to do with you. Gosh, these are all terrible. None of these are comforting in any way. It was impossible to do otherwise. I don't like that one. Let's go with this one, I
2nd
guess.
June. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swore and cursed those who generated her, flailing her arms and hitting out. The patient, according to reports
Again,
by
laughing at
Dr.
chat,
B,
not the game.
has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital park. As detailed in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. Spontaneous abortion? It's not true, I'm certain. How could I have invented things if I didn't even know what they were doing to me?
Vanguard, I'm the one choosing it, so I guess she kind of like talks to herself, so I don't know if I'm like part of her imagination, and she's kind of having internal dialogue, and I'm like her other half. It's a little disconcerting. So I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but it doesn't always give me the option. Perhaps Renee did really know. Wait, spontaneous abortion? It's not true, I'm certain. How could I have invented things? That's a lie. What is written here might be false. We have looking at things that really happened. They made you abort, but it was illegal, and so they had to write that as. I think that's what happened. I think they injected her with something.
The stranger in the park?
Bled.
I don't remember. Was it another invention? Or another memory removed? God, my head!
I'm pretty sure one of the orderlies raped her, and this is a cover. But sometimes it makes you think stuff is real, but it's not. It wasn't you, perhaps it was her, the other Renee. I like that one. You know she did those things. Oh, but that might be encouraging. Who knows? We'll never know.
13th June. The nurses report that after having received her mother's letter, she fell into a state of great mental confusion. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and she punched a nurse. Impulsive, lashes about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence so as not to give the patient further reasons to become agitated. 20th August, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient becomes highly agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. Even 2 days later, she still shouts ceaselessly that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. Calm down, you've got to be calm. Don't get agitated, we'll make you calm down. That's the only thing that matters. Is tranquility worth the price of not living?
That's a different voice, guys, isn't it? Maybe she has split personalities. Or a dissociative identity disorder. I think that's the proper term. Squeeze, see. Alternative was there. In any case, life was not worth living. Not picking that one. Certainly not, but in that manner, from the exterior, everything seemed acceptable. I guess C, because people didn't really know what was going on in there.
3rd March. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Amara invented by me? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left traces somewhere.
This is getting good, because I don't know what's real. It's freaking me out. Oh, it's a window thing.
We can try to find her medical records in the archive where the letters from her mother were filed.
How do I get out of here? Oh, that's right. This is where they wheeled me in. Oh, here we go. All the doors are open. Alright, I think that's the only room I'm gonna go in. Whoa. I don't remember seeing that. Find your medical records in the archive where the letters from your mother were filed. So A for Amara, right?
Amara B., age 32.
She was real.
Housewife, mother of 2 daughters, married to Mario B. So Amara exists then. Yet she had no children. She wasn't married, but that photo, it's her. 3rd June 1936. Admitted yesterday. She shows signs of improvement. 10th June. Jolly, calm, tranquil. She behaves well, keeps herself tidy and clean. Discharged 8th June. 28th April 1937. Arrives, brought by her husband, in an anxious and nervous state. Has difficulty speaking, trembles. Discharged 14th May. 8th March 1938. A few days before Renee was admitted, she told me that she had also been admitted shortly before. Arrived yesterday in a febrile state. Discharged 14th March. She didn't leave. Certainly not after so few days, no. June 22nd, 1939. Readmitted. Once more the patient shows rapid improvement. Discharged 2nd July. 1st August 1941. Umpteenth admission due to agitation. Discharged 27th August. She came and went, stayed there only for short periods. But I remember her always with me. What's happening? 4th March 1942. Here once more, the same situation. 8th March. Compared with previous admissions, the patient seems depressed even after a few days, although she bears herself well and is attentive. Discharged 25th March. 2nd April. The patient is distracted and apathetic. Her husband brought her because she doesn't eat, doctor. Sleeps all the time. I'm so worried, doctor. You know her. You can help her. 6th April. Tuberculosis. Patient transferred to Marigliano Pavilion in isolation. 3rd May 1942. Death due to tuberculosis. About 8:30. Is Amara dead? Poor dear friend, I wasn't even able to say goodbye to you. Enclosed is a manuscript written by the patient. Probably delirium. I'm dying, I know it. I'm losing lots of blood, also internally. It's strange, since I came back in here I can't think of anything other than that little girl with her sad eyes, her desperation. I only saw her for a short time, true, but she remains in my heart. Will she still be here? I hope to God not. I hope she's better and her mother's taken her home. My memories don't correspond. What's the point of this? Perhaps my memory is deceiving me. The things are not as I remember, as I see them. But she said she liked me. Really, I can't understand it. I just want to say goodbye to her for the last time. I never even said goodbye to her. How could a soul survive in this hell? I wish to feel things again. Pain, passion. Once again feel the tears wetting my face. Remember to have lived.
I definitely don't think that's a memory. Chapter 12. Is she creating a memory? Well, I guess I probably have to find her gravestone. I wasn't paying attention to which side they buried her on. This is the only one that's not a cross, right? Oh, why aren't you giving me hints? Oh.
I can't be sure it's Amara's.
How am I supposed to tell?
These crosses are nameless. How will we ever know whose they are? There are no names. We were worth nothing, in death as in life. If there was someone out there who cared for you, well, perhaps I had Mom. Let's go and wait for her. She'll come and get us. She promised. Let's wait for Mom in the waiting room.
The waiting room? Like back at the hospital? Or does she mean the mausoleum thing? I guess I have to walk all the way back to the hospital. Let's go this way, I guess.
Mom will come. She'll come. She promised and will come to get us. She'll take us home. Now I understand. I won't misbehave anymore. I won't misbehave again, Mom. Don't leave me here, please.
Oh no, I lost the trail.
I won't bother anyone. I'll be quiet in my corner. How I really miss that dark corner where I used to pass entire days. I'll stay there like a good little girl, but take me away from this place.
Yeah, it's labeled as a psychological horror game in Steam. It's pretty atypical, I would say. Very story-oriented.
I must always concentrate on nothingness. Otherwise I get confused and I'm afraid I won't be able to find my way back.
You and me both.